Hi all, Andrew Coates, owner and co-founder of Salt Studios here. So today talking a little bit about the speeches at your wedding reception. So your wedding reception is kind of the party at the end of the day for everyone when you've had the formal part, I guess, the ceremony, you've off done photos, and now everyone sort of gets a chance to celebrate, have a meal together, have a few drinks together, and have a bit of fun. So one of the important parts of that is the speeches. Often as the bride and groom, often for your mum and dad, it's a chance for them to be able to sometimes say, I guess, how proud of you they might be or how excited they are about the wedding, all that kind of thing. But often for people who maybe don't know you as well or something, the speeches can be a little bit of a quieter time in the evening when they maybe lose interest or whatever. So there's quite a few different schools of thought on the way to, I guess, incorporate the speeches into your wedding reception. So if you have a lot of speeches, it can be an idea to break them up throughout the night. So you can do a few before dinner, after dinner, before the cake cutting, after the cake cutting, throughout dessert even, something like that. And it just sort of breaks up. Rather than having a solid hour or something like that of speeches, you can break it up throughout the evening. So speak with your venue or with your coordinator just to see what is going to work best. Like people who work in wedding receptions with coordinators and venues, they've seen most of it done before, different ways, that sort of thing. They're the best ones to ask and pick their brain what's going to be the best option when it comes to planning those speeches. So if you're a bridesmaid or a groomsman, how to actually engage people while you're doing your speech. It doesn't necessarily just have to be an A4 sheet, printed out, single spaced, reading it off, no expression, things like that. If you're able to incorporate stories that you've had, if you're able to incorporate photos, if it's like slideshows, presentations, things like that. Talking about people who are at the reception. I'm not a professional speech giver by any means, but just to engage with people in the audience and keep the stories relevant rather than just a story of you and the groom off on a holiday where no one else was there and everyone's heard the story before. Probably not the best place to be doing it at a wedding reception when no one really actually relates to the story. So as photographers, from our point of view, the wedding reception can be a chance for us to be able to get some sort of reactions and emotion throughout the speeches. Often while people are telling stories, there's laughs, there's smiles. Often when mum and dad come up, there can be tears and all that sort of thing. So there's quite a wide variety of emotions that we're able to get as photographers at the reception. Keeping in mind, receptions are often mood lit, not ideal for photographers, so dark lighting, candles, that sort of thing, so it is quite dark. Often your photos might have that bit of a grainy, textured look to them. As photographers, there's not much that we're able to do about that. We've got software to be able to minimise that as much as possible, but without us using flash and kind of killing the ambience in the room, we need to be able to set our cameras to get those emotion sort of photos. But the trade-off with keeping the mood and keeping the mood lighting is that the photos might be slightly pixely or slightly grainy compared to the ones that you've done outside earlier in the day. So just a few heads up about the reception, about the speeches, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a great chance. And then as you and the bride and groom at the end, you're able to sort of talk to each other, pretend that you're the only ones in the room, and everyone else will love hearing what you have to say. So as always, website saltstudios.net.au, andrewcoates.net.au is my own website, all our social medias. Any questions, always happy to help.